footballing weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Wilson steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
And this is going to be incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Receiver, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Wilson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Second and 10 now. Wilson flushed out right. And he's got room. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. Wilson now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll be a gain of 16, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of...
And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Ravens. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Wilson on second down. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not. Not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Fresh set of downs here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And now a first down following that long gain. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll give it here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On 3rd down, that's a good...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to run, and that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime. What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now here's a carry heading left. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And again this time to the tailback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Going to throw right side here, complete. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there, but on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, Wilson.
So many times we look at it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And quickly, they get to the line.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. And so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to...
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Stays on his feet. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 30, 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. It doesn't matter what the defense...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That is caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out come the Steelers. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead. Still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. With it is Brown. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play.
I really don't have words for that one. It's not often you see a completed pass lose that kind of yardage.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. One last shot for Wilson. He's got him in, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular